Good morning to all our viewers. Welcome again to our Facebook Live interview session KBJ with the Penang State Government to fight COVID-19. So before I start, remember to share our live to your friends and family. And so I'm Elise, your host for this live today. And I have another host with me today, Balkis. With us today is none other than Yeoh Soon Hin, Penang State EXCO for Tourism and Creative Economy, who are committed in helping Penangites to mitigate the economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and Movement Control Order MCO 3.0. Please welcome Yeoh.
Good morning, YB. It is great to have you with us today. We appreciate your time and happy to see you again, YB. So, let's move to first question. How hard is Penang hit by the COVID-19 measures?
Unfortunately, Penang was not spared from the merciless repercussions and consequences of the COVID-19 pandemic. Unemployment, cease of operations, and the livelihood of tourism players were amongst the pressing concerns to the state government ever since the pandemic outbreak. Thankfully, our range of aid packages and initiatives have cushioned our tourism operators from experiencing further losses and upheld sustainability for the industry as a whole.
What initiatives have you taken to ensure the impact on and the welfare of the people whose livelihoods are tied to the hospitality and tourism are cushioned?
The Penang State Government, through my office, State Executive Councillor's Office for Tourism and Creative Economy, has launched macro and micro initiatives to mitigate the impacts caused by the pandemic. From a macro outlook, we have established the Penang Tourism Economic Recovery Advisory Board, PTREP, that was tasked to spearhead socio-economic impact through policy-level recommendations with the ultimate goal of accelerating tourism recovery, generating employment and economic synergy to increase tourism receipt and foreign direct investment, FDI. This advisory board works in tandem with the Tourism Penang Next Normal Task Force that guides the transitions towards the next norm to ensure enhanced safety and also security of tourists and employees. As we scale down into micro initiatives, the Penang State Government through Penang Age Package has provided direct and concentrated financial assistance to the tourism players. Other than unveiling zero-interest loans such as Scheme Pekal 2.0, Scheme Pekal 2.1, and rounds of moratoriums, we also announced an additional RM1 million electrical bill subsidy. Meanwhile, other notable one-off allocations include more than Ringgit 1.3 million for registered tourist guides, more than Ringgit 1.4 million for hair salon, spas, reflexology centers, and etc. And also Ringgit 31,000 for mobile spas, and also 100,000 Ringgit for events management companies.
How has the pandemic changed the tourism landscape and policy making at the state level?
Prior to the pandemic, Penang was on track to kickstart one of our largest tourism campaigns, that is Experience Penang Year 2020. That encompasses mega-scale international events and launching of new direct flights. However, all of these efforts have come to a temporary halt as the virus continues to plague our streets and affect livelihood. As such, our tourism landscape have observed the paradigm shift from international markets to domestic markets, focusing on local demand to keep businesses in check. On a separate note, pre-pandemic policy making was development-oriented and geared towards achieving rapid upgrade for the industry as a whole. Nevertheless, the pandemic has restructured policy making. Instead of seeking to thrive, we have pivoted our focus towards sustainability and survival. Our current policies are aimed at economic recovery to ensure a sustained and resilient growth in the tourism industry, as opposed to accelerating growth and large-scale upgrading, which was focused previously.
What are your hopes, or more importantly, concrete plans in place for Penang to be ready to tap into tourism again once international borders reopen?
As a state that is largely dependent on tourism as our economic driver, Penang looks forward to rebound and achieve a V-shaped recovery once travel activity resumes. Penang also wishes to remain competitive and relevant in the post-pandemic era to maintain at the forefront of the tourism sector. Speaking of which, the Penang State Government through this pandemic has learned the vital lesson that trust is the new currency. With this motto in place, we seek to navigate Penang towards becoming a trusted and also responsible tourist destination. This is apparent through the Responsible Tourism campaign that is aimed at educating all entities pertaining to their respective responsibilities in keeping Penang safe throughout the travel endeavors. This campaign works alongside and complements the COVID-19 Safety Accreditation Program. There is an accreditation awarded to tourist sites such as hotels, theme parks, and malls, which fulfill stringent safety and health guidelines outlined by the authorities. Furthermore, Penang is in pursuit of the COVID-19 immunization program for the sustainability of tourism industry (PKIP) that now awaits approval and vaccine supply from the federal government. All of these are pragmatic measures that will strategically equip our tourism players with enhanced capacity to brave the new norm and position Penang as a responsible tourist destination.
Next question is, when do you foresee tourism in Penang returns to pre-pandemic levels?
According to a global survey conducted by United Nations World Tourism Organization (UNWTO), 49% among the panel of tourism experts foresee international tourism to rebound to 2019 levels in year 2024, whereas 36% expect the aforementioned to occur in year 2023. Essentially, resumption of travel activities is largely dependent on the pandemic situation and also volatility. Hence, it's safe to say controlled, stable, and safe pandemic conditions is a prerequisite to tourism reopening. As an example, when Malaysia observed a subsided and controlled virus outbreak in December 2020, Penang recorded satisfactory tourism benchmarks by achieving an 82% occupancy rate for beach hotels, 51% for city hotels, and 62% for mainland hotels. However, these statistics plunged once again when the Movement Control Order (MCO) was implemented again due to the state of COVID-19 cases in Malaysia. Regardless of when the borders will reopen, our primary role as a state government is to ensure that our tourism players are well informed and well prepared for the occasions in terms of capacity and sustainability.
Does Georgetown provide an enabling environment where the city's cultural diversity is utilized as a means to achieve a more satisfactory intellectual, emotional, moral, and spiritual existence? If yes, please describe. If no, why not?
Yes, Georgetown is the heart of Penang's cultural diversity, being that it is witness to centuries-old history shaped by colonization and its identity as a bustling trading port of the region then. Our rich history has given rise to our strong identity and cultural background that is part of Georgetown's unique character and a foundation towards promoting cultural diversity. Instead of a subject of contention, it becomes a cause of celebration, and the difference becomes a platform for the state to reach out to more communities to strive for the growth of cultural diversity, jointly through the active participation of different communities.
Okay YB, come back to Complex Bukit Jambu, as we all know that PTs and the state government had been supporting KBJ Ratu Kebaya in promoting Malaysian traditional and heritage icon at the same time to inspire young ladies in Malaysia to unleash their hidden potentials. So can you share with us YB your views in our Ratu Kebaya beauty pageant?
What I see in this contest is that many young women learn to unleash their hidden qualities and talents to the public, such as communication skills, making new connections, gaining greater self-confidence and discipline, all of which contribute to a positive personal development. KBJ Ratu Kebaya is a very good platform and organized event with an international standard of evaluation. Their icon itself, the kebaya, is one of Malaysia's best traditional costumes that are delicately woven with beautiful embroidery and colors to resemble the multiracial cultures in our society, in our country. It's also a good mechanism to create awareness of our beautiful heritage, and as an EXCO of PTAC, I strongly support this event and hope that KBJ will continue to organize this event year after year, especially after pandemic.
Can YB share some words of encouragement to the tourism players to remain strong and be more resilient in this pandemic?
The Penang State government is committed and will continue to strategize holistic recovery measures for the tourism and creative economy sector to ensure business survival, retention of employment, and accelerated recovery of the industries. Stay strong and do not give up on hope. Together we can overcome this obstacle. Teamwork makes the dream work. Last but not least, I would like to call upon all Penangites to adhere to the SOPs at all times so we can flatten the curve. For those who have not registered to receive the COVID-19 vaccines, please do so through your My Sejahtera application so that we can achieve herd immunity soonest and make Penang a safer place for all. Stay home, stay safe, and get vaccinated.
All I can conclude is the Penang government is committed and will do a more holistic national recovery financing approach for the tourism sector, which is needed to ensure business survival, job retention, and the restart of tourism operations. Be strong, hope is on the horizon for the coronavirus better tourism industry. Together, we will fight this. Thank you again YB for your time and willingness to be with us today. So for all of you, don't forget to like and also follow our Complex Bukit Jambu FB for more information. Till we meet again, bye!
Bye!